Okay, the week of 8:15. We're going to start right here at 5:30 signal. You take that, it's good for 5 ticks. Now this big drop, we we don't take that because it's right in our time frames of we have to be careful around the times that the pit opens and news. Pit opens at 7:20 uh, Central, and then we always typically have news at 7:30 Central. But let's say signal fires, we normally want to try to take our signal on this bar, on the first bar after it, to 7:10. Right before this pit open. So I would not have taken this trade. Yeah, I know you go, man, look at that. That's huge. But the only place I would have tried to get into this trade would have been at 740, which still would have been a winner. You could have got in at what it opened at 50, it opened at 16, 172.16, and you could have taken that thing down. So you could have gotten 15 ticks, 10 ticks, even at 740. Of course, the meat of the move right here, but this is what we would take at 550. And if you were at Venturesome, you could have got in there, and it really on any opening bar, that one wouldn't have gone against you. That one would have gone against you a tick. That would have gone against you 2 ticks. That one no ticks. So 8:15, big day. Still profitable for 5 ticks, but you could have got a lot more if you'd have jumped in with the big momentum around the news. Okay, so let's go to Tuesday, 8:16. Let's see what is happening here. So around our 5:30 time frame, we do get a reversal. No trade for me on that, but it does the trend from all night, from the previous late evening, and then all early morning was up, and then we get a little reversal. And then see, here's a perfect example of what can happen during news time and pit open. Okay, so here's 720's pit open, kind of neutral bar. Then there was obviously some big news all the way down to this pivot, was fib pivot point, and then almost all the way back up. So I mean, you get this huge whipsaw here. We saw the day before, oh yeah, there was great money, but look at this. So let's say you sell, you get caught up in this and sell about in the middle of this, and then it just rips right back against you. So not to say you can't make money, it sure is harder though. So this 650-ish to 740-ish areas, I stay away from. Here's a good signal though at 8:20. You could have got in on this bar, the 8:30 bar. You might no, but if you got in at the opening of that bar, might have stopped you. Maybe the bar opened and started going up, but you could have got in somewhere in here. 8:30 time frame on the 16th. That's worth 10 ticks. So let's move on. Really worth more than 10, but you could have got 10 for sure if you'd have taken it at some of these pivot levels. That's all on the 16th. So really just was that 2 trades? 1 trade? Still profitable. Let's go to Wednesday. Let's see what's happening Wednesday on 8:17. Lots of signals. Lots of signals. Wow. Look at that. I remember that morning because I took this guy and got a few ticks because I was up and moving about. And actually, right when it fired, I took it because we had so many in succession. So a little out of rule, but with this many in succession, I took it, and I got 5 ticks out of that. And let's see, on the 18th, we got another good signal. I say good signal. We just have a signal at, oh, that's 720, so we're not taking that. Yeah, look at that, 720, 730. Look at this whipsaw. 8 o'clock, got a signal. If you got it on the opening bar, that's a stop. Is that a stop? Let's see. 09 to 05 and then 04. So that would have been a stop. Turned into a winner. But that would have been a stop for me. Probably. High probability stop, but if I'd have gritted my teeth, that would have turned into a nice winner. But I'm going to call it a stop. $18th. Don't see any other trades. So no trades there. Just updating this back test real quick. Alright, let's go to, that was what, oh, it was, ooh, the 17th. I said the 18th, it was the 17th, sorry about that. Thursday is the 18th, okay. Let's see what we got. A bunch of morning chop, a lot of morning chop. 8 o'clock, there's a trade and a stop. Earlier, if you did listen to some of my earlier videos, see taking these trades right above, especially the daily pivot point. It doesn't leave a lot of meat on the bone. It's tricky. It's a cautious trade with a tight stop. So that one would have stopped out. Then we get a trade at 9:20. That one looks like it's going to stop out. Because if you got here 11th, yeah, that's going to stop you. Definitely stopped you on that bar. And then there's a signal here at 10:50. Opening bar at 171.25. No stop. That would have turned into a nice winner. 8 tick winner. So 2 stops and 1. You're close to break even for that day on Thursday. All right, so let's say Friday. Let's look at Friday. Let's see what's going on Friday. Here's an interesting move right at 5:30. I love that time frame. Look at that. Boom. Love it. 540 is a big trade. 171.25. If you'd have trailed this thing down, been tougher into the pit and news, but it was a 15 to 20 tick winner for sure. I say for sure. Relatively easy. Let's see, where does it go? So if you were at 25, did we get to, there's 20 ticks. We did get to 71, so that's 25 ticks before it has a little bounce. So you had a 20 tick winner there on the 19th. And let's see, we have another signal at 9:10. If you got in at 23, that's not a stop. That's almost a 10-tick winner. We'll say 5, but you could have maybe, depending on where you got in, if you'd have had patience and stuck with this pivot. It's another good point, and I forget about it. Here's a good example. Look how this reversal went right up to this pivot point. The red one are fibs that I add in, but the white and then this purple, I guess, or the blue, or the actual pivot levels. The wide white bar is definitely the daily pivot that everything's calculated from. But look how it goes up to within a tick or two, right here, right on it. Look how it just traces this pivot, these pivot levels, how it comes down, stops, chops around a little bit before it resumes, comes down, chops around a little bit. These pivot levels are magnets, if you will. But depending on where you got in, you could have got 10 ticks with 5 for sure. So good way to finish up the week. That week produced 45 ticks. So a little over $1,400, one contract. But another profitable week. Let me save this, and I'll do the week 822, and